This is the Mayor Marion Berry Summer Youth Employment Program 2020 with Jah Kente International as host employer. We offer career readiness in performing arts, visual arts, and communication and media. We also appreciate the work of our virtual assistant employees. Our curriculum is based on the redemption ritual inviting the ancestors to be present. The following 4 poems represent the poems of our career work groups, performing arts, named after the poets. The final call, Langston Hughes Group, Strong Men, Sterling Brown Group, For My People, Margaret Walker Group. The last poem, Middle Passage, is presented in the next video by our young Marion Berry Summer Youth employees working with communication and media. Final call by Langston Hughes. Send for the Pied Piper and let him pipe our rats away. Send for Robin Hood to clinch the anti-poverty campaign. Send for the Fairy Queen with the wave of the wand to make us all into princesses and princesses. Send for King Arthur to bring the Holy Grail. Send for old man Moses to lay down the law. Send for Jesus to preach the Sermon on the Mount. Send for Dreyfus to cry, J'accuse! Send for dead blind Limmer to sing the beef like blues. Send for Robespierre to scream, Sayera! 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 Send, God forbid, he's not dead long enough for the Lumumba to cry, freedom now! Send for Lafayette and tell him, help! Help me! Send for Denmark Vesey crying, free! For Sank saying, run a new flag up the mast! For old John Brown who knew slavery couldn't last! Send for Lenin! Don't you dare, he can't come here! Send for Trotsky! Please don't confuse the issue, please! Send for Uncle Tom on his bending knees. Send for Lincoln, send for Grant, send for Frederick Douglass, Garrison, Beecher, Lowell. Send for Harriet Tubman, oh, Sojourner Truth. Send for Marcus Garvey. What? Sophie? Who? Father Divine? Where? Du Bois? When? Malcolm? Oh, Stokely? No. Then send for Adam Powell on a non-subpoena day. Send for the Pied Piper and let him pipe our rats away. And if nobody comes, send for me. This next poem is special because it demonstrates how our young employees were able to take the poem's message and demonstrate it in their own poems. Aziza McLean Baxter, a 14-year-old employee in the Margaret Walker Career Work Group, was inspired by Margaret Walker's poem, For My People, to write her own poem entitled, For the People. My People by Margaret Walker. For my people everywhere, singing their slave songs repeatedly, their dirges and their ditties and their blues and jubilees, praying their prayers nightly to an unknown God, bending their knees humbly to an unseen power. For my people lending their strength to the years, to the gone years, the now years, and the maybe years. Washing, ironing, cooking, scrubbing, sewing, mending, hoeing, plowing, digging, planting, pruning, patching. Dragging along, never gaining, never reaping, never knowing, and never understanding. For my playmates in the clay and dust and sand of Alabama backyards, playing, baptizing and preaching, and doctor in jail, and soldier in school, and mama in cooking, and playhouse, and concert store, and hair, and Miss Chomby and company. For the cramped, bewildered years we went to school to learn to know the reasons why, and the answers to, and the people who, and the places where, and the days when. In memory of the bitter hours when we discovered we were black and poor, small and different, and nobody cared. And nobody wondered, and nobody understood. For the boys and girls who grew in spite of these things to be man and woman, to laugh and dance and sing and play and drink their wine and religion and success, to marry their playmates, their children, and then die of consumption and anemia and lynching. For my people thronging 47th Street in Chicago, and Lenox Avenue in New York, and Rampart Street in New Orleans, lost, disinherited, dispossessed, and happy people. Filling the cabarets and taverns and other people's pockets, needing bread and shoes and milk and land and money and something all our own. For my people walking blindly, spreading joy, losing time, being lazy, sleeping when hungry, shouting when burdened, drinking when hopeless, tied and shackled and tangled among ourselves by the unseen creatures who tower over us omnisciently and laugh. For my people blundering and groping, wandering in the dark of churches and schools and clubs and societies, associations and councils and committees and conventions, distressed and disturbed and deceived and devoured by money-hungry, glory-craving leeches preyed on by facile force of state, fad, novelty, by false prophet and holy believer. For my people standing and staring, trying to fashion a better way from confusion, from hypocrisy and misunderstanding. Trying to fashion a world that will hold all the people, all the faces, all the Adams and Eves and their countless generations. Let a new earth rise. Let another world be born. Let a bloody peace be written in the sky. Let a second generation full of courage issue forth. Let a people loving freedom come to growth. Let a beauty full of healing and strength a final clenching be the pulsing in our spirits and in our blood. Let the martial songs be written. Let the dirges disappear. Let a race of men and women now rise and take control.
They scourged you. They branded you. They made your women breeders.